Android Oreo has arrived. Safer, smarter, more powerful, and sweeter than ever.
Please share, like and subscribe.
So now let us see how we can customize this USB that we have created. I gave the link how to create this USB in the description. So now let's go to Google Chrome and type in Clover configurator so that we can customize our macOS 10.15 Catalina USB for Hackintosh. So let's go to the first site. So we'll click on the download button here. So yeah, it must be running in the background. So okay, I already have it downloaded here. It must have been downloading. So here, once you have downloaded it, you would have this application in your downloads folder. Double click, open the application. Click on Mount EFI and click on the Mount Partition button beside the EFI on installed macOS 10.15 Beta USB. And that should mount the partition. If it asks for the password, and enter your password and click on OK. So that now we don't have any EFI partition. Download the EFI partition which I gave in the description. So I gave it as a zip, so let's double click on it to extract it. So that now we have an EFI folder. Let's just insert all the text you would require from your EFI folder. Next, after you're done, just drag in that EFI folder into your EFI USB. I just made this EFI folder for KB Lake Pentium CPU. You could customize it for matching yours. Mostly this will run on any PC, as I even give config plist for other devices, other configurations I mean. Now you can unmount this partition or just close the application. It's unmounted, and then just restart your device and boot into install macOS 10.15 Beta USB. So now let me just restart my PC. Click on restart. Click on restart. Let me adjust my camera here, and yeah, should be booting right up now. Yeah, now press F12 to go to boot menu and select the pen drive you have just now created with the UEFI pack. Before that, we're just going to change the BIOS settings. If you're already done, just skip this process. Just make sure the BIOS options are as first optimize defaults, first load optimize defaults, and make sure your UEFI BIOS settings are same as mine. Maybe different on different motherboards. So disable VTD if enabled or if your processor supports them, and change internal graphics to auto, and change initial display output to PCIe 1 slot, or you could also go for the IGFX if you have an internal graphic card. Now change the Windows 10 features to other OS, storage boot options to UEFI, other PCI devices to UEFI. Now go to your CPU settings and make sure all of the settings are as shown on my screen. Once that's done, we'll gotta change few of more settings, such as the SATA type and the USB configuration. So not this SATA, oops. So USB settings has XHFI, that's going to be enabled. Legacy USB support enabled, XHCFI and handoff enabled, and remaining settings enabled as well. the remaining two. USB mass storage driver support and in SATA choose SATA mode selection as AHCI, or it won't be selected in the macOS installation. So now boot out from your BIOS and now press F12 to go into the boot menu. For me, it will be different key for you. Now go with the pen drive name followed by the UEFI suffix. Now it boots into Clover. Click on the first option, click on enter. Oops, let me just boot again. Yeah, the one with the UEFI suffix. Now it should boot up our Clover for us. Now hit spacebar on boot macOS install from install macOS 10.15 beta. Add any bootlogs if you want in the settings page, which is that settings gear over there if you want any bootlogs, and click on the first option, boot macOS, with selected options, and that would boot as the macOS 10.15 Catalina USB for us. So you're up, click on disk utility once your macOS utilities pops up. Now in the disk utility, erase your HDD using the specified options, that is GPT and macOS journaled partition. Now click on install macOS. You could double click on it or click on the continue button. I think I got a glitch problem. Okay. Need to adjust my camera prop. And now once this screen is displayed, click on continue. Click on agree. Click on agree again. Click on your partition that you created and click on install. As soon as you click that, it should come to this screen where it says it's about 8 minutes remaining. It's going to take some time. Maybe at 1 minute or 2 minutes it's going to restart again. Nothing problem. So it's going to take some time, so just let it be. Sometimes it says 8 minutes, but it takes around 15 minutes. Just don't see about that, let it just happen. So should restart any moment, and yeah, just restarted. Now again press F12 on your boot menu. Now choose the pen drive again with the UEFI suffix, that one over there, and now we need to boot from the one which says boot macOS install from whatever the partition name you did, not the pen drive or any other partition. Boot from that one, or else it's not going to install macOS Catalina on your device. So we'll wait for it to boot up. And here we have the installer running. This is the second phase of the install, and it's installing macOS Catalina on Macintosh HDD. Since this is a developer beta 1, the icon is still Mojave icon. It's going to update within the few days to the macOS Catalina, maybe most probably in the public beta or in the final release or somewhere in between. So it's going to restart within after 1 to 2 minutes after the second phase has started. That's usual. So again, now go back to your UEFI drive and select the install macOS from macOS, whatever partition name you gave it, and should see the Apple logo up and coming. And now macOS Catalina is being installed on your drive. It's going to take some time, maybe half an hour to 1 hour depending on your drive speed. And once that's done, you'd get a message stating that macOS has been installed. Click on the restart button there, and or it automatically restarts in a minute. Yeah. Now again press F12 to go to boot menu. Now select again the Sony storage or your pen drive name followed by the UEFI suffix. This would boot us into Clover, and as you can see we got so many logs displayed there, nothing to worry. And now we'd boot into the partition which says boot Mac OS from Macintosh HDD or whatever partition you call it. Wait, let me just go back. Yeah, this one. So press enter to boot macOS Catalina. So since it's the first boot, it's going to take some time. Don't panic. It's not going to be so slow when running it on a real device. So now, since the installer has booted up successfully, so now we should get the welcome screen. It may take a few minutes. It took around 5 minutes for me. So here we have the welcome screen. Select your country. Mine is India. Continue. And if you want, you could change your language and keyboard preferences. I would even include English US in mine. So you can add. You could add as many as languages as you wanted, but you cannot remove the standard English language. So I'll just remove that one, Indio English. So I will just go on with that dictation language, and we'll just click on my computer does not connect to the internet presently, as we don't have any drivers or kext installed. We'll see about later. Now click on continue, and if you have any time machine backup you could do that later, but just presently click on continue and just go to the terms of conditions, click on agree, click on agree again, and now it's time to create your computer account. So go and create your computer account, give it a name, account name, password. So I'll call mine Tech Safari, give it a password. I'll just give it a hint as well. Next, let's continue. So it should get us creating our account. It takes a bit of time to for me around 5 to 10 minutes. And now just click on continue. It's gonna express set it up. Again click on continue. You could set up these later, the screen time and all that, so just click on continue. So it's now time to choose which mode you want. Dark mode looks awesome, but I'll go for the auto, and this should set up our Mac for us. Now it may take time for it to go to the macOS Catalina desktop. It took around 5 to 10 minutes for me. It might take more time. And here we have the macOS Catalina screen. So let's just finish setting up our keyboard. Press the left side and right side of the shift key and click on done. So here we have macOS Catalina fully installed on our PC. So we could just check it about this Mac, sorry. And it should show us macOS version 10.15 beta. It's an iMac, processor 3.6 GHz Intel i5, version 8, memory is about 8 GB, DDR4, startup disk Macintosh HDD, and an NVIDIA GeForce GT 710 graphic card. And go to system preferences, and again we have the new Apple apps as well, and we have our redefined system preferences here. Not much, but yeah. So we could set up screen time here. It just gives us a detailed usage of how much time, how many apps did we use, notifications, etc, etc. And could also change the modes. Dark mode should give us a dark wallpaper, which is stunningly amazing. We could also go for the light theme as well. We have dashboard here as well. Here let's go back to the auto theme, and here we also get to look at we could also change the time. Let me change the time to my present location. So we could make similar minor modifications in the settings panel, and that's much of it. We have successfully installed macOS Catalina 10.15 Developer Beta 1 on our PC. I gave the link about how to create the USB in the description, so go and watch it out there. I even gave the macOS Utility Beta 1 developer tool in the description, and you could here change the dynamic wallpaper as well. So yeah, that's it for this video. In the next video I'll see you again.